Starting with number 2, it says solve the inequality and then graph them. So we start by subtracting 4 on both sides. Treat this like you would an equation. And you'll have y is less than negative 9. Now to graph them, the negative 9 is the starting point. The arrow here for the inequality is telling you which way it's going to go, and it's pointing toward the left. So that means it's going to the left. We have an open circle at negative 9 because there's no line under the inequality. And then we just go to the left. So that's the graph for number 2. Number 5, we do the same thing as number 2. We're first going to add 4 to both sides, and we get negative 7 is less than y. Now we got to write it with the y on the left so that we can graph it. So y on the left, negative 7 on the right, and when we do that, we switch the direction of the inequality so it becomes greater than. All right, so now let's graph it. So we're going to start at negative 7. This is going to the right, so we'll be going to the right at negative 7. There's no line under the inequality, so it will be an open circle. So this will be the graph for number 5. Number 8, solve the inequality and then graph them. So what we're going to do first, another's fractions, but bear with it for a sec. We're going to add 3/4 to both sides. Now we have negative 3/4 plus 3/4. That gives you 0. So you have 0 is greater than r. Now put the r on the left and the 0 on the right. Switch the direction of the inequality when we do that, and we get r is less than 0. So now our starting point is at 0. This is pointing toward the left, so we'll be going to the left. So open circle at 0 because there's no line under the inequality, and we're going to the left. So this will be the graph for number 8. Going to number 18. To enter a competition, students must score a total of at least 430 points on 5 qualifying tests. Each test is worth 100 points. On the first 4 tests, your scores were 93, 86, 77, and 77. What are 3 possible scores you can earn on the last test to enter the competition? So we're told students must score a total of at least 430. Now, if you have at least 430 points, it means you have 430 points or more. In inequality form, that is greater than or equal to, because you have that much or more. So write down greater than or equal to 430. Now, we're going to add up the first 4 tests and add that to the 5th test, because that total must be greater than or equal to 430. We need to find out what to get on this test to enter the competition. So adding up these 4 numbers, we get 333 plus x is greater than or equal to 430. Subtract 333 from both sides, and we get x is greater than or equal to 97. That means you need to get at least a 97, so that means a 97 or more on the next test. So now let's look at our choices and see what our answer would be. So it wants us to choose 3 possible scores we can earn on that last test to enter the competition. We know the score has to be 97 or more, but we're also told that each test is worth 100 points, so that means you cannot have a score that's over 100. So that takes D out of the running. So that means the answer will be C. 3 possible scores are 97, 98, and 99. And that's the answer for number 18. Number 19. To avoid a service fee, your checking account balance must be at least $250 at the end of each month. Your current balance is $290.19. You use your debit card to spend $127.89. What possible amounts can you deposit into your account by the end of the month to avoid paying the service fee? So what we're basically doing is we're starting with this balance, we're spending this amount of money, and we need to see how much we can add into my account after that to have at least $250 in my account. So what we have is my current balance minus what I spend on the debit card plus what I put in afterwards, so I have at least my minimum balance. So filling in everything, my minimum balance is $250. At least means it has to be that much or more, so greater than or equal to $250. My current balance is $290.19, so that minus the amount spent on the debit card, which is $127.89, plus D, which we don't know what D is yet, that's what we're looking for, would be greater than or equal to $250. So that would be my inequality I have to solve. So start by subtracting my current balance from the amount I spent, and I have $162.03 plus D is greater than or equal to $250. Subtract 162.3 from both sides, and I'll get D is greater than or equal to 87.7 or $87.70. So that means I have to deposit at least $87.70 to have a minimum balance of $250. So my answer is going to be at least $87.70.